between the Marian University Knights and your USF Cougars. St. Francis, coached by Mitch Ellison in his 16th season, comes into this game with a 6-5 overall record, 0-3 in Crossroads League play with a losing streak of 3 matches. Marian University out of Indianapolis, Indiana, head coach is Chad Harden, who is in his 5th season with the Knights. Marian comes into this matchup with a 4-5-1 overall record, 0-3 in Crossroads League with a losing streak of 3 matches. Just this past Saturday, St. Francis traveled to the Pilots 3-0. Marian traveled to Indiana Wesleyan and lost to the Wildcats 5-0. For Marian, they opened up the season on the road against St. Catherine out of Kentucky and lost 1-2. Bounced back with 2 straight victories against Brescia out of Kentucky and Purdue Calumet out of Indiana with a 4-1 decision and 1-0 decision respectively in those 2 matches. They went on to tie Trinity Christian out of Illinois at 3. Then beat Calumet 3-2 to OCU 1-4, and then beat Lawrence Tech 3-0 before opening up Crossroads League with a 1-0 loss at Goshen, and then they lost at home against nationally ranked Taylor University, who's receiving votes, currently in the 40th spot in the country with an 8-3 overall record, 3-0 in the Crossroads League. They took Taylor to double overtime before losing 3-2, and that brings you up to the 5-0 decision this past Saturday against Indiana Wesleyan. For your University of St. Francis Cougars, St. Francis started off with some very exciting matches, a 2-1 win in 2 overtimes over John Brown University, and then a 4-3 win against Shawnee State University. That's here at St. Francis. Cougars opening up the season 2-0, and in both of those matches, it was Mitchell Holloway getting the game winner. Exciting headers from Mitchell Holloway. The Cougars went on the road to Hastings, Nebraska, and lost to Hastings College 2-0 before bouncing back and beating Concordia University out of Nebraska 1-0. At Siena Heights, St. Francis winning it 1-0 in overtime. And then at Lawrence Tech out of Southfield, Michigan, they got the win 3-1. That's a common opponent between these two teams is Lawrence Tech. Marian getting the 3-0 decision, Cougars winning it 3-1. And then opening night Crossroads League play, it was on Friday, September the 26th. Mount Vernon Naz came here to Bishop Darcy Stadium, and just 6 minutes into the match, the Cougars' leading scorer and the Crossroads League leading scorer, the reigning Crossroads League Offensive Player of the Year, Jason Walcott, went down just 6 minutes into that match against Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Jason Walcott currently with 21 points on the season, 9 goals and 3 assists. He has 47 career goals at St. Francis, and that's second best to just Brian Barker, who played through the 1979-81 season. Brian had 67 goals. Last year, Walcott led St. Francis in points scored. This year, and I believe that was 39 points. This year had 21 points entering the Crossroads League play before going down with that right leg injury. So we wish Jason a healthy recovery, but he does not look like he will rejoin. Folks, we're going to send it down to the pitch. Sports Information Director Bill Scott with the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bishop Darcy Stadium for the night's Crossroads League soccer match between the visitors, Marian University, and your University of St. Francis Cougars. If you could all rise. First of all, starting off tonight, we would like to keep the family of a Cougar soccer member of the soccer team, Nick Yokolat. This morning, his father, Sean, was killed tragically in an auto accident. So first we will have a moment of silence for Sean, his mom, Melissa, and the Yokolat family. Now let us pray. Loving Lord, we thank you for all you have given us, the gift of this day, these athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Keep us all safe today, free from harm and injury. Help us to love and respect each other and ourselves. In the words of St. Francis, enlighten the darkness of our minds and hearts. Give us a right faith, a firm hope, and a perfect charity, so that we may always and in all things act according to your holy will. Amen. And now, our national anthem. Introducing first the visitors on the scoreboard, the Marian University Knights out of Indianapolis. Starting in goal tonight for the Knights, number 1, Dalton Mudd. Starting in the back, number 4, Troy Hale. Starting at forward, number 5, Nick Henderson. Starting at forward, number 8, Sterling Steedham. Starting at forward, number 10, Ruman Arif. Starting at the back, number 12, Corbin Beal. Also at back, number 15, Michael Pruitt. Number 18, Lars Coy. Number 22, midfielder Jose Garcia. Number 28, a back, Liam Stratton. And number 29, midfielder Francisco Botas. Head coach of the Knights, Chad Harden. Now for your University of St. Francis Cougars. Starting in goal tonight for your Cougars, number 99, Brad Buzzard. At a defender position, number 3, Neil Kalupa. Number 4, defender, Nate Berg. Number 6, defender, Sean Camp. Number 9, forward, Mitchell Holloway. Number 10, forward, Alexis Ferreira da Silva. At a defender, number 12, Josh Underwood. Number 13, midfielder, Tito Amador. Number 17, a forward, Alex Fletcher. Number 19, defender, Ben Buxton. And at number 20, midfielder, Stephen Johnson. Your head coach of the Cougars, Mitch Ellison, assisted by Paco Castillo. And here we go.
And there we have it, folks. The starting line for today's Crossroads League match between Marian and St. Francis. Both teams coming into this match with 0-3 conference records. Atop the Crossroads League is Indiana Wesleyan at 3-0, Taylor University at 3-0. Right behind them is Mount Vernon Naz at 2-0-1, Spring Arbor at 1-0-2, Grace College and Goshen College each with 1-1-1 records. Bethel at 1-2, and Huntington University at 0-2-1 on the season. Looking at how these teams fare in the Crossroads League teams statistics, Marian ranks number 4 in the Crossroads League in goals per game at 1.8. Indiana Wesleyan at number 1 with a 2.9 goals per game average. Assists per game, St. Francis comes in at number 5 at 1.27 assists per match. Marian at number 4 at 1.3. Marian ranks number 4 in shots per game at 15.2 shots. And both teams rank in the top 5 saves per game. St. Francis at number 3 with 5 saves per game. Marian comes in at number 5 with 4.5 shots per game. Center of the pitch, that's number 8 for the Knights, Sterling Steedham. Steedham is second on the Knights with 12 points this year. He's got 6 goals. He's right behind Nick Henderson, number 5, who has 6 goals and 1 assist, 13 points on the season. Also down there in the center is number 18, Lars Coy, who has 7 points on the season, 2 goals, and 3 assists. Ball's played back to number 29, Francisco Botas. Marian wearing the yellow unis, St. Francis with the white tops and black trunks. That's Tito Amador with possession, feeds back to Mitchell Holloway. Holloway looking into the box for Alexis De Silva. That was kicked away by the center back for the Knights, number 12, Corbin Beal. Far touchline, it's number 10, Ruben Arif. Mitchell Holloway and Stephen Johnson for the Cougars applying the defense. That's number 5, Nick Henderson. Henderson, who leads the Knights with 13 points on the season. Jason Walcott leads St. Francis with 21 points, and all that happened before Crossroads League play began. Headed forward by number 12 for Marian, Corbin Beal. De Silva playing it off his knee. Tito Amador. Ball's played out to the far touchline. As Alex Fletcher looks for the clear. Amador playing up in that top forward spot where Jason Walcott was used to playing. Walcott, a very physical player, has been throughout his career with St. Francis. Just suffered a collision center of the pitch on that Friday in the Crossroads League opener against MVNU. Just a devastating blow to the Cougar soccer program, losing Jason Walcott, who was an All-American. He was a Crossroads League Player of the Year last year and really one of the best soccer players ever to put on a Cougar soccer jersey. Big feed all the way across the pitch to number 4, Troy Hale. Hale to number 29, that's Botas. Headed forward by Buxton. De Silva. Good feed to Neil Kalupa. Looks for the cross to Underwood. Josh Underwood picking it out of the air from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Dwenger. Great looking feed to number 6, Sean Camp. Just misses on the cross. That was Tito Amador in front of the goal. Amador, normally a midfielder, like I said, taking over that attacking position right there where you'd find Jason Walcott. Walcott always did a great job of playing the ball into space and then sprinting past his defender. usually for a one-on-one look with the goalkeeper. 50-50 ball is taken by Marian. Johnson in control, takes it back to Nate Bird, who's a captain for the Cougars. Nate Bird from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Carroll High School, just a junior, wearing the captain band on his right arm. Loose ball picked up by De Silva, dribbling up the pitch, has Amador to his right, takes the shot, a beautiful looking shot from 35 yards out. That's Alex De Silva, number 10 for the Francis Cougars, getting him on the board first here, 1-0 with 41 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first half for De Silva. That is his third goal on the season and his 10th point. What a goal there by Alex De Silva, as he was way out center of the pitch, right around, I'd say about 30 to 35 yards out. That was a laser shot to the near post. Hits the back of the net. De Silva, what a great looking goal for Alex. Alex had Tito Amador to his right, and they had close quarters there. Didn't look like the pass was the way to go, so De Silva just reached back and let that ball fly. That was a great looking shot, one of the best goals I've seen here at St. Francis. Alex De Silva and the Cougars up 1-0 here early in the first half. What a goal, Alex De Silva. So Brad Buzzard, who was All Crossroads League player last year for St. Francis. Buzzard had a great season, taking over the keeper duties last year. He's a junior at 6'3", 184 from Huntington, Indiana. Ball chested down. It's Underwood for St. Francis. Free kick coming up for the Knights. To take it will be number 29, Francisco Botas. Buxton with the defense. Also Neil Chalupa right there. Great looking feed as Henderson's one time went off the upright of the field goal post. Number 5 is Nick Henderson. He's a junior forward at 5'10", 165 from Terre Haute, Indiana. Went to South High School. Big kick by Buzzard. Headed forward by Johnson. Chalupa to the center of the pitch. Ball finally settles to number 22, Jose Garcia for Marian. Sterling Stedham. As it rolls through the touchline with the throw-in, that's Sean Camp. Camp, a sophomore from Berwyn, Illinois, St. Ignatius High School. Garcia plays it out wide. Picks up the deflection. Johnson up to Neil Chalupa. Looking for Underwood. Henderson wrestles it away. Henderson now dribbling up the center of the pitch. Just a little bit too strong with that touch as Fletcher was able to clear it. Alex Fletcher now playing a center back. Fletcher normally a forward for St. Francis, as he's got great speed right now, playing a center back with Nate Bird just helping to shore up that defense. As said before, Amador playing up along with Alex De Silva. De Silva normally that center mid position where he can effectively dish that ball. Alex De Silva, very skilled soccer player, as Buxton picks up the loose ball and feeds it back to Buzzard. 38-40 on the clock. What a goal by Alex De Silva to start this one for St. Francis. Cougars leading it 1-0. Fed into the corner, just a little bit strong, as this is a fast surface. Marian used to playing on a next turf up there in Indianapolis. I believe that turf was probably installed about 2 years ago. At the beautiful Parkview Field, maybe more like 4 years ago. Or the Vincent Health Field, or up there at Marion. So they got their blade of grass is just a little bit longer than this sport turf here, which was installed in 2005. So the ball will really roll on these guys. as we got a foul call on the pitch. To take the free kick will be originally ref pointing in the direction of St. Francis, and he gives it over to Marian. That was number 8 with the free kick, Stedham, sophomore forward from Ben Davis High School. Johnson, huge, big collision there with number 8, Stedham. Silva, another shot as he wound up that time once again from about 28 yards out. Last year here at St. Francis, Taylor had a free kick from, I'd say it's about 60 yards out, and it just hit the crossbar, and that was with like 5 seconds to go, so that was another exciting play here at Darcy Stadium. But that goal there by Alex De Silva, had a lot of great goals here, and it started right at the beginning of this season with Mitchell Holloway getting some great headers, and I think it was the win against Shawnee State University where he picked the ball out of the air and hit the far post in for the game winner. It was nice. De Silva wrestles it free. Nice move to get past Botas. And woo, the deflection there off the Knight defender. A little bit scary there for the keeper, Caleb Gimrick, who's a sophomore keeper at 5'10", 195. Headed forward by Camp. Gloop up to De Silva, 50-50 taken by number 12, Corbin Beal. Gloop this time over to De Silva. Alex coming up slow, holding that left leg. Every collision on the pitch now, you just kind of cringe thinking back to the MVNU match. Hey, Chris, can you just check that filter to make sure it's off? Header misses wide left. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Thank you. Free or goal kick by Gimrick. .34-55 left here in the first half. Folks, our next broadcast will be women's soccer versus IWU next Tuesday, 7 p.m., followed by volleyball to host Taylor on Friday at 7 p.m. So 2 exciting broadcasts coming for you next week, women's soccer and volleyball. Ball looking for 22, Garcia taken down to the pitch. Free kick coming up for the Knights. Taking the kick, Troy Hale gives it up to Botas. Francisco Botas, the sophomore midfielder from Mexico City, Mexico. Crosses it to the far touchline. Fed in towards the box, taken by Bird. Bird over to Holloway, to Johnson. Underwood. Underwood, nice feed to De Silva. De Silva easily got past Jose Garcia. Johnson dribble up the near touchline. Deflected off Johnson out to touch. Hale's throw in. At center back is number 15, Pruitt. Very little offensive opportunities for Marian so far in this match. St. Francis with a few good ops and a goal. Henderson, nice cut back into the center of the pitch. Left footer. What a save by Brad Buzzard. Brad Buzzard who enters this match with 55 saves, just picks up save number 56 there as he was sprawled out. It was a beautiful looking shot by number 5, Nick Henderson, as he cut towards the center of the pitch and got it off. Buzzard had to dive to his left, and at 6'3", he's got that long wingspan as well. He was able to knock that ball away. Corner coming up. Low worm burner could not be taken by the Knights as Bird feeds it up to Amador. One time it's to Silva. Now Amador trying to create some space in the center of the pitch, taken away by number 12 for the Knights, Beal. Now Henderson one-on-one with Bird. What a great matchup right there. Nick Henderson, who leads Marian in points scored on the season. He's got 13 with 6 goals and 1 assist. And Bird, who is arguably one of the finest defenders in the Crossroads League. 31:45 left here in the first half. As that ball is taken away from Holloway. Left there, right foot is way wide right. That was Botas once again, number 29. Up next for the Cougar soccer team, we'll host Taylor this Saturday at 7 p.m. here at Darcy Stadium. We apologize. We will not have the broadcast for you as we will be on the road with the Cougar football team. Fletcher's going to head it back to Buzzard. Play it safe. Henderson. Buzzard picked it up. Back off the Knights. Towering kick. Galupa. Tito Amador. 50-50 taken by the Knights. De Silva trying to knock it away and does. Holloway's there as well. Flips up to De Silva. Alex with the feed. Nice job of picking that out of the air by Underwood. Headed forward by Holloway to Johnson. Johnson leaves it for Underwood. Creates some space. Henderson trying to cause some havoc for the Knights. Holloway to Silva. De Silva with very little space. What a feed to the corner. The cross is kicked away. So we got a corner kick coming up as that's number 28 for the Knights. Liam Stratton to take the corner will be Josh Underwood. He'll go to the far touchline to set up for the corner. There's Underwood, who is a product of Bishop Dwenger High School. He's a senior midfielder. Big clear by number 15, Michael Pruitt. Buzzard's going to kick it out to touch to the Knights. Stedham reverses direction. That's Beal up to Botas. Hard first touch there by Francisco Botas, number 29. Stedham feeding it into the corner. Nice looking feed, but Buxton's right there with the Knight. Good first move. What a pass. And that was 22 with the goal. Assist coming from number 10, Ruben Arif. Jose Garcia with the goal for the Knights as they tied up at ones. We are seeing some good-looking soccer here early on by both squads as that pass was just fantastic. 2 for the goal with 28:39 left here in the first half. 28-24 on the clock. 10 seconds after Marian tied it up. Throw-ins headed down. Chested down by the Knights. Big up looking for Henderson. His Camp's going to send it back to Buzzard. Buzzard's kick up to Underwood. Johnson, Camp. It's Troy Hale for the Knights. Henderson sends it back. Gimmick the kick. Looks like that was shoulder by number 18, Lars Coy. Gimmick once again. Surveying. Feeds it out wide left. And go to the opposite end of the field. One touch, a little hard. Holloway over to De Silva. De Silva to Johnson. Cougars have some numbers. Underwood takes it. Back to Johnson. Left footer. Just deflected straight up in the air. Headed down. Johnson's there. And kicked away by the Knights. Great job by Steven Johnson as it rolls through the touchline to the Knights. Lots going on down there. I think that was a good look and clear by number 15 for the Knights, Michael Pruitt. As that ball squirted up in the air, and Underwood was able to play it back towards the center of the box. Stephen Johnson was there, but a quick tap away by number 15, Michael Pruitt. That ends that scoring opportunity. So Camp, Fletcher's going to take it, sends it back. Bird, Buzzard, out the touch to Marian. Throw in. Ball settles. That's number 8. We got a goal kick coming up for St. Francis. Good job of shielding by Nate Bird. Alex Fletcher. Good defense being played by the Cougars. So Mitch Ellison not afraid to change up the lineup as he sent Fletcher back to that center back position. Last year he brought Mitchell Holloway up, and Holloway was just, well, he's so tall. He's fantastic in the air with his head. Moved him away from a defensive position, brought him into the midfield, and it paid dividends right away for the Cougars last year as St. Francis went from worst to first in the Crossroads League. They were the regular season champions, tied with, I believe it was, Indiana Wesleyan last year. De Silva, right off the heel of number 12, Corbin Beal. Johnson looking for the takeaway. Botas for the Knights. Off the head of Underwood. Out the touch to the Knights. It's number 4 for Marian, Troy Hale. Full night here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Northeast Indiana. About 15 minutes away from Ohio, 50 minutes away from Michigan. De Silva with the turn. Leaves it for Underwood. Amador over to De Silva. De Silva cuts back. Right-footed pass to Underwood. Picks it up. Kick through the end line. Corner coming up for St. Francis. Underwood and De Silva heading towards the corner. Not sure if they're setting up for a short corner or if De Silva's going to take it. Holloway, middle of the box, no Cougars there, and the goal line. Holloway and Garcia, I think that's number 22. Looking for a foul or something. Corner is long. Good job of getting ahead on it by Johnson. So Underwood's going to take the second corner here. As you see, Garcia, the goal scorer, number 22. And there's number 10 who fed him the ball. That is Rumen Arif. Corner's off. Tito Amador there. Ooh, coming off the line was the keeper to punch that one away. Caleb Gimrick, a great, great job as that ball was fed perfectly towards Mitchell Holloway. Caleb Gimrick made the safe play and came out and punched it away. Hard to say that that's safe because it leaves very little room for error there, but he solidly got a fist on there, was able to punch it away. There's about 3 Cougars in the area as well. Throw-in coming up, or free kick coming up for St. Francis. De Silva to take it. De Silva can put that ball on a dime. So much fun to watch as Alex De Silva from Brazil. Liner away by the Knights. Picked up by Underwood with the shot. Gimrick's there for the Knights. So 21-47 left to play here in the first half, and we are tied up at 1. Johnson up to De Silva. Underwood's going to play it out wide. It's going to be picked up by number 10, Arif. Arif to Garcia. Garcia's got those fluorescent green cleats down there, yellow cleats. They pop. Bird, powder blue spikes. Henderson, nice feed along the touch line. Right there with him is Fletch. And it's going to be played out to touch to St. Francis. That was Rumen Arif. Chested down by Underwood. Johnson looking for Amador. Tito had number 15, Michael Pruitt, on his back. This Botas flicks it in the air, headed away by Bird. Keeping it in bounds was number 28, Liam Stratton. He's a freshman from Sydney, Australia. Stedham. Hale. Stedham. De Silva there with the D. Garcia. Loft little shot. Picked up easily by Buzzard. So Brad Buzzard's going to let his team give him some time to retreat back. As we're inside 20 minutes left here in the first half. Towering boot. Arif. Nice cross looking for Henderson, headed away by Fletcher. So we got another corner kick coming up. Garcia walking towards the corner. Kalupa out there for St. Francis. Looks like it will be taken by Garcia. Nope. Botas to take it. Arif. Right next to Johnson. Garcia right behind Arif. Garcia darts towards the goal. That must have been a... So throw-in coming up for the Knights. Stedham looks like he's setting up for the flip throw. Or just a strong throw. All the way into the box, headed away by Holloway. Stedham trying to play the foot, taken away by Camp. Camp dribbling, tackled from behind. Refs just cooling everybody down. Nate Bird's down there to defuse the situation. That's exactly why he's a captain for St. Francis. Plays as hard as anybody does, Nate Bird, but also keeps a cool head at all times. Underwood, Johnson, De Silva. De Silva trying to one time. I think he was looking for Holloway. Holloway stayed back. Now a Reef comes up. Looking for Garcia, taken by Holloway. De Silva. Far touchline for St. Francis. That is, I believe that's Johnson. Great feed towards the box. That was Ben Buxton looking for Tito Amador. Kept in by the Knights. Holloway heads it back towards the center of the pitch. Kalupa plays it out to Buxton. Buxton back to Fletch. Alex Fletcher, very speedy player for St. Francis. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bishop Dwenger High School. Johnson, nice stutter. Cutting back towards the center of the floor there with plenty of Marian yellow jerseys around him. Big kick headed away by Holloway. Mitchell does a great job playing those headers. De Silva looking up to Amador. That was number 12 for Marian Beal. Playing good defense. 16 minutes left here in the first half. Holloway back to Bird. Camp. Mitchell looking for Amador once again. Amador that time being guarded by Michael Pruitt, who's a senior. Center back from Royal Oak, Michigan. Went to Marshall. Actually transferred from Jackson Community College. Up off the bench for St. Francis is number 30, Chris Merritt. Tito back to De Silva. Nice stutter. De Silva plays to Amador. Amador's right foot was defended by the Knights. Number 4, Hale, Troy Hale. That's Henderson being taken down to the pitch. Folks, we do apologize about the technical difficulties there, but it looks like we are back up and running. So we are tied up at 1 here at Darcy Stadium. That's Botas with the free kick for the Knights. Headed away by Holloway. Camp into the box. Headed away by the Knights. Sorry, Chris, just experiencing some difficulties here with YouTube, trying to get back up. Nice feed by Johnson. Ooh. All right, good. We're back. Ooh. Oh boy. Ooh. Nice. All right, folks. Once again, we apologize about those technical difficulties. We are back up and running. Bird. Ball's taken out of the air by number 12, Beal. Knocked away by Johnson. Played out to Henderson. Henderson with that quick first touch was looking for number 4, Hale. We got a substitution coming in for St. Francis will be number 18, Austin Schermerhorn, in for Josh Underwood. We're still tied up at 1 here in the first half with 3 minutes left to play. Played out to Hale. Schermerhorn with the D. De Silva up there as well. Number 34 for the Knights, Joe Radcliffe. He's a freshman midfielder from England, Nantwich, England. Number 30 for St. Francis is Chris Marian. He's a freshman from West Noble High School, Henderson. Another great-looking feed. Played right to the right foot of number 5, Nick Henderson, who gets his first goal of the match, his 7th goal on the season. He now has 15 points with 7 goals and 1 assist. Marian takes the lead here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to play in the first half. That feed to Henderson was from about 45 yards out, played right to his right foot, about 2 feet in front of the keeper, Buzzard. So Marian showing some great passing in this match so far. Ball taken away by De Silva. That was number 13, Alex Vasillo. De Silva, great move to get past number 12. It was kicked away by number 34, Joe Radcliffe. Beal's number 12. The ball's kicked into the parking lot and still rolling towards the operations station. With the goal kick, it's Caleb Gimrick with 1:15 left here in the first half. Headed down by Chris Cianero, number 3. Looking at Marian's roster here. About 12 to 14 more players on Marian's roster than what you would find on St. Francis roster. Number 11, buzzards out there, scoops it up for St. Francis. Casey McBeath was looking in the direction of Rumen Arif. Cougars. Steven Johnson just had a hard time keeping that in front of him as the ball was wanting to come backwards. Shimmerhorn looking for the cross. Goes up high, is cleared away by the Knights. 10 seconds left to play here in the first half. And that should do it. So Marian will take the 2-1 lead into the break here after a goal by number 22, Jose Garcia, and then the go-ahead goal by number 5, Nick Henderson. Folks, we're going to take a break. 15 minutes goes up on the clock. We will be back with you for the second half. And welcome back, everyone, as we are getting ready to start the second half here at Bishop Darcy Stadium. St. Francis down 2-1. Cougars getting a goal just a few minutes into the match by number 10, Alex De Silva. De Silva from about 30 yards out nailed it in the one hole, top shelf. Near post here. St. Francis was up 1-0. Marian came back with a goal by number 22, Jose Garcia, and a goal by number 5, Nick Henderson. That's Mitchell Holloway now. Playing it over to Johnson. Hard first touch there by Buxton. That is number 10, Rumen Arif, who had the assist on the first goal. It was a beautiful pass by Arif. Arif is from Indianapolis, Indiana, Pike High School. Buxton up to De Silva. Silva to Holloway. Mitchell calling for Josh Underwood to come more towards the center of the pitch on that last play. And down on the pitch there is number 22, Garcia. Taken down by Holloway as the 8-11 train rolls by. Playing it back to the keeper, that's Corbin Beal, number 12. Arif. Stedham right up in the air. Kalupa over to Johnson. Johnson goes out wide to Holloway. Holloway got tripped up there for a second. Number 29, Botas. Garcia heads it forward. Loose ball picked up by Henderson, I do believe. Reef darting up the sideline is Stratton. It's played out to touch to the Knights. Buxton with the header. Picked up by Botas. Goes out wide. Troy Hale. To Botas. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson dribbling. Has Amador in front. Holloway. De Silva to his right. De Silva cuts back. Gets it over to Holloway. Holloway, good job of keeping possession. Finding Johnson. Out wide is Underwood. In the box is Kalupa. Amador is there as well. Now De Silva. De Silva getting space. That right foot. Laser shot. He said it was deflected. Looking for the corner. Goal kick coming up for number 1. Gimrick. Gimrick with the big boot. Holloway battling with Garcia. That's Johnson with Garcia in front of him. Pass to Buxton. Goes through the touchline to the Knights. We are 4 minutes into the second half. Throw-in taken by Garcia. Garcia heading it to a Reef. Kicked up by Buxton. Holloway over to Kalupa. Kalupa sends it right back to Buxton. Dragon turn to Johnson. De Silva. Buxton. Cuts back. Holloway's feed goes to Kalupa. Hard first touch. Camp takes the header. Holloway looking for Underwood. Kicked up by Hale. Underwood, De Silva. Amador back to Holloway with the shot. Right at Gimrick. 29-23 left here. 39-23, excuse me, in the second half. Silva down on the pitch, favoring the left foot. He's back up. Amador looking for a shot, deflected. Underwood's there as Gimrick's able to cover it up. 38-45 left here in regulation. Ball played up to number 18. That's Lars Coy. Sends it back to Henderson. Henderson leaves it for Coy with the cross. Right at Buzzard. Buzzard with the long throw. Looking for De Silva. Has him. De Silva gets a foot on it, trying to keep the momentum going up the pitch. Silva now blanketed by Hale. Leaves it up to Underwood. Back to De Silva. He's got Holloway in the center of the pitch. It's Johnson with a long shot. What a beautiful shot. As Gimrick has to punch it over the crossbar. That would have been good if Gimrick did not get a hand on it. Always tough when the keeper is retreating back towards his goal. It was a great-looking shot by Steven Johnson. So Underwood will take the corner here. For a second, there was 0 soccer balls in the corner. Now they got 2. With the corner. Holloway does get a head on it. Kalupa's there as well with the goal. Back-to-back headers. And Neil Kalupa ties it up here with 37:08 left in the second half. What a great-looking goal. As Mitchell had a solid header on it, played right to Kalupa, right in front of the goal. Nothing but the back of the net. Great-looking goal there by number 3, Neil Kalupa. That is his first goal on the season. His first 2 points of the season. We are tied up at 2. 37:07 left in regulation. Fantastic looking goal there, starting with the corner by Underwood. As Holloway was able to get a head on it. From Holloway to Kalupa. What a goal. Very exciting goal so far in this match. Starting with the Silvas, no doubt about it. Free kick by Alex De Silva. De Silva, nice looking shot. Just misses the far post. He nearly squeaked that one in for a goal. Did hit the far post, and the ball seemed to roll along the piping. Massive English on that shot. So just missed a goal there by about 6 inches, did Alex De Silva. Arif. One time goes out to number 28, Stratton. De Silva now dribbling up the center of the pitch. Stratton converging, leaves it up for Kalupa. Kalupa, good looking feed into the box. Trailing was Tito Amador. Handled easily by Gimrick. Good feed at the touchline, chasing after it is Arif. As Bird plays it back to Buzzard. Buzzard looking for Bird. Does keep it in. Does not keep it in. Played out the touch to the Knights. Garcia trying to get past Bird. Bird doing a good job knocking it away. That's Arif. On his back is Buxton. Arif could not turn the corner. It's played out the touch. Once again to the Knights. Stratton with a throw-in. Arif trying to get past Johnson. Johnson takes it. De Silva leaves it for Kalupa. De Silva. Johnson's got Amador. Quick pass to Amador as he's surrounded by 3 Knights. Beautiful play into space to Johnson with the cross. Underwood was there, converging for St. Francis. Botas. Garcia right next to him. Long feed looking for, I believe that's Henson, number 5. Arif taken down there by Camp. Free kick coming up for the Knights. Looks like Botas will take the kick. Good job by the wall, led by Alex Fletcher. Camp plays it out to touch to Marian. Beautiful full moon here. Right above Mirror Lake as we are looking east here from the press box at Bishop Darcy Stadium. Buxton playing it up the touchline, looking for Amador. First to get there is number 15, Michael Pruitt. .55 left in the match. In regulation. De Silva. Alex taken down to the pitch. Buxton to Johnson. Underwood trying to score free. As that ball is deflected through the end line. Corner kick going to come up for Underwood. Cougars scored on their last corner. The header by Kalupa. Off the bench for St. Francis, it's number 23, Brett Stapleton. Holloway trying to get a header on it. Kicked through by Johnson. 31 minutes and counting. So Stapleton enters the match for number 6, Sean Camp. He'll play that left back position. Garcia pulls the jersey of Kalupa there. Called with the foul. Quick kick for St. Francis as Johnson tries to cut it back. Clean play. Garcia out to number 18, left footer. Oh no. Scoring that goal, that was Alex Fletcher for scoring the goal for the Knights. Fletcher once again normally plays that forward position for St. Francis, now back playing the center back role. Tough play there as he was trying to get a foot on it. Help his keeper, Buzzard. Accidentally just punched it right into the back of the net. St. Francis down once again, 3-2 with 30:11 to play. 7 minutes after Kalupa tied it up. Liam Stratton. Number 18 is Lars Coy. Mitchell Holloway up to De Silva. Silva leaves it back for Johnson. Johnson to Kalupa. Play the top of the box to Underwood. Nice header. Looking for that far post. Gimrick all over it for the Knights. Henderson looking for Hale. It's kicked out to touch to the Knights. Alex Vasillo off the bench for Marian. Looks like he will enter the match for number 22, Jose Garcia, the junior. Garcia looks like he may have butted heads, kind of holding the front of his head as he comes to the Marian bench. Nice feed up to Underwood, just a little bit strong. Underwood cannot keep it in. So we got a goal kick coming up for Marian. 28-10 and counting on the clock. Quick touch there by Lars Coy as it rolls out to touch to St. Francis. Buxton to Bird. Fletch, big boot, looking for Amador. Headed up by Marian, taken by De Silva. De Silva looking for Underwood. Gemrick once again coming off his line. Scoop it up for the Knights. Good feed out to Ruben Arif. Arif with the cross, headed away by Fletcher. Big boot. Goal kick coming up for Brad Buzzard and the Cougars. 26-50 and counting here in regulation. Number 99. That ball's picked up by Kalupa. Nice feed, just a little bit short. Botas plays it back. Out to touch to the Knights. Foul on the pitch. I believe that one's called on not sure if that's Botas. Buxton. Top of the box. Underwood. Nice header. Just goes wide left the goal. Easy pickup for Gimrick, the keeper. Silo, number 13 in the area for Marian. The ball's played into the box. But once again for St. Francis. Big kick. Amador's there. 50-50 to Kalupa. Knocked away by number 15, Michael Pruitt. Buxton takes away from Pruitt. Good move by Vasillo as he's down on the pitch. Stephen Johnson to Underwood. Underwood has Amador. Pass goes to Tito. Tito on the pitch. Tito waving towards the sideline. He's calling for a sub. Not sure if Coach sees him. Warming up for St. Francis, I believe that's Matt Ernst. Ball taken out by Reef. Johnson, nice job getting past number 28, Liam Stratton. However, Stratton did have the angle. Amador to stay on the pitch. Number 14, Matt Ernst, who's a senior defenseman from Warren Central High School out of Indianapolis. He was warming up. He's ready to go. But Amador's going to stay on the pitch. .2250 left here in regulation. Marian taking the lead just 9 minutes ago. It was Alex Fletcher trying to help his keeper out, Brad Buzzard, and the ball accidentally just looked like it hit right off his knee and right off the back of the net. That's the go-ahead goal to this point. Bird, strong first hit. Tito going to play it for Johnson. Johnson looking for Underwood. That was Stratton. Mitchell Holloway. Silva. Silla with the defense on De Silva. That ball's played out wide to Stapleton. Looking for Underwood, just played behind him. Still looking for Arif. Alex De Silva taking his time, patient with 4 Knights around him. Arif picks it up midfield. Strong feed. I think he was looking for Henderson. Pass did go to the left of Henderson. It had a lot of mustard on it. Henderson chasing it down. Being guarded by Johnson. Heel pass. Picked up by the Knights. Basillo. Fletch has got it and plays it out to touch to Marian. In for the Knights, Marco Lawyer, number 32. He's a junior. Excuse me, he's off the bench, not on the pitch yet. Johnson out to Underwood. Underwood looking for De Silva, played off the back of the Knight. It's number 8, Stedham. Sterling Stedham for Marian. Kalupa with the hard first touch up to Amador. Gives it up to Johnson. Played out to touch to the Cougars. So in for the Knights now, it is number 32, Marco Lyer. And for St. Francis, number 30, Chris Marin. Chris is a freshman from Ligonier, Indiana. Corner kick by Underwood. 19-14 on the clock. Bending towards the goal. Holloway's there with the header. Goes wide right. Goal kick coming up for the Knights. De Silva working against Botas. Big shot. Goes through the uprights. Another goal kick coming up for Marian. Marian keeper once again is Caleb Gimrick. Johnson clears it to Underwood. Amador wins it. De Silva comes out wide. Picked up by Buxton. Buxton has Marian in front of him. Amador top of the box. De Silva behind him. Buxton plays it to Holloway. Plenty of space for Mitchell. Johnson leaving it for Buxton. Shot was not there. As Buxton looked at it with the left foot. Ball's played out wide for Marian. Vasilla. Foul going to be called on number 13 for Marian. Free kick coming up for Fletcher and the Cougars. 17 minutes left in this match. Buzzard with the big boot. Played up to, that was number 34. Buxton's got it now for St. Francis. Number 34 is Joe Radcliffe for Marian. De Silva with Botas right in front of him. Holloway, left footer. Just misses far post. Mitchell got that shot off in a hurry, and it was a rocket. With 16:04 coming into this match for Marian is number 3, Chris Tenero. Tenero to come in for Nick Henderson. Henderson's going to get a here. We'll see if he re-enters the match inside 10 minutes to play. Radcliffe taken away by Holloway. Mitchell keeps it in. They'll say that's out to touch to the Knights. Thrown goes up to De Silva. Hard first touch. Buxton. Buxton staying with it. Does keep it in. Out to touch to the Knights. Down there for Marian was Marco Lawyer, the junior. He's from Fishers, Indiana. Another ball played out to touch, this time to the Cougars. Thrown in the direction of De Silva. Chest it down. De Silva with possession. Looking for Holloway. Kicked out by Tenero. Getting ready to re-enter for Marian is number 8, Sterling Steedham. 5'9", 185 from Ben Davis. Big shot by De Silva. Once again, goes up high. Alex De Silva, he's a junior at 5'11", 160. He has one of the hardest shots you will see in the Crossroads League. As evident with that first goal just minutes into this match. That went top left. Back of the net. Ball's headed forward. Fletcher. Buxton picks it up for St. Francis. Playing it out to Marian. Arif going to cut back towards the center of the pitch. He'll dribble in with the shot. Goes bottom left for the goal. That's number 10, Ruben Arif. Puts the Knights up by 2 with 13:06 left here in regulation. Arif assist on Marian's first goal. It was a beautiful assist at that. Coming up from the end line, finding Garcia right in front of the goal, about 10 yards out. Garcia with the one-time. But that was a pretty goal in itself, as you saw the heavy right foot from Ruben Arif as well. Big shot. Arif is only a sophomore at 5'7", 150. He entered this game with only 2 points on the season with 2 assists. He'll add 3 more points, so now 5 points on the season with 1 goal and 3 assists. Underwood, Johnson, off the crossbar. 12-14 left in this match. Knights up 4-2. Gimrick's kick is off. Picked up by Underwood. Silva once again taken down to the pitch with the free kick. Good heads-up play there by De Silva's. Amador was open there for a second. So once again, St. Francis will stay at home and host Taylor University this Saturday kickoff. Next Wednesday will be at Indiana Wesleyan before coming back home on Saturday to face Goshen. Then on the road against Huntington, and then we'll finish up at home against Spring Arbor and Indiana Tech for their crosstown rivalry match with the Warriors from Indiana Tech. Just about 4 miles away from St. Francis campus, just east. We are on the west side of the downtown. Indiana Tech on the east side. Good feed to Holloway. Mitchell's to Silva. Right foot was blocked there by, I believe that was Lawyer for the Knights. Henderson coming back into the match, so he had about a 5-minute breather. He's in for Arif. Johnson looking for the cross. As it rolls through the end line. Goal kick once again for Gimrick. Big boot. Headed forward by, that's Marian. De Silva looking for Underwood. Underwood taken down. Radcliffe. Ball goes back to Radcliffe. Out to Henderson. Fed into the box. Buxton. Lawyer with the play. Vasillo leaves it up. We're going the other direction with Nate Bird. Marian up the touchline. Stops and continued on as it's kicked out to touch to St. Francis. It's Jason Walcott down there. Giving it up to Ben Buxton. Alex Vasillo, long pass, looking for Henderson. A little bit too much on it. 8 minutes left here in regulation. Fletch's kick rolls through the touchline. Throwing goes up in the area of Johnson. Taking it is number 12, Corbin Beal. Beal's going to play it off Johnson now to touch. Big throw-in. Taken by number 8, Sterling Stedman. Buxton now for St. Francis. Good chest by De Silva. Is using that header attempt. That was Liam Stratton for Marian. Vasillo headed away by Buxton. Marian on the far touchline plays it back to Stapleton. Nate Bird. Johnson up to Underwood once again. 5:25 on the clock. Play goes all the way back to Brad Buzzard. Throw-in goes back to De Silva. That was Brett Stapleton with the throw-in. Silva, nice move as he cuts back twice. Pass goes to Holloway. Underwood back out to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for a cross, lofts it in. Fletcher is there looking for the header. Gimrick went up high to grab it for the Knights. Marian for St. Francis battling with Sterling Stedham. Or Stedham on the ground. Johnson. Good feed to Fletcher. So the Cougars right now playing with 3 defenders as Alex Fletcher is up, providing a little bit more offense for the Cougars and Coach Mitch Elson. Stapleton plays it back to Buzzard. It's Holloway. Mitchell's feed. Lawyers there for the Knights. Steedham makes it sway all the way to Brad Buzzard. 3 minutes and 30 seconds now left in the match. Buxton heads it up to Silva. Silva playing it to Fletch. Fletcher's got the cross. Just goes behind Amador. Now out to Henderson. Buxton beats him. Cannot keep it in. Throw-in coming up for the Knights. Lucillo up to Henderson. Number 11 is Casey McBeath. Plays it into space. Henderson trying to track it down. Out to touch. To St. Francis. 2:30 now left in the match. Johnson, good feed up to Alex Fletcher. They're going to call him offside. Definitely offside as there is a Marian defender more towards the center of the pitch, way out in front. 2:10, the clock is stopped. Got a yellow card called on Fletcher. So to take the free kick will be Marco Lawyer. Marian. Holloway one-on-one with Chris Tenero. It's Josh Underwood. His feed goes up to Johnson. Fletcher keeps it in. Shot towards the goal. Just wide right. 1:20 on the clock. Gimrick's kick is off. Stapleton heads it forward. Marian. Holloway. Inside 1 minute, 53 seconds and counting. Throw-in coming up for the Knights. It is looking like Marian will get its first conference win of the season. Whoa. As Bird gets thrown down hard to the pitch. So Nate Bird in the scrum. It's Sterling Steedham who gets the red card. Steedham leaving the pitch here. 7.8 seconds remains in the match. Not the best play there, as Marian had this one wrapped up 4-2. Steedham's going to get the red card. Here at 7:08. As he just had an arm wrapped around Nate Bird and ripped him down to the turf. 4, 3, 2. So that'll do it. Marian improves their record to 5-5-1 overall, 1-3 in Crossroads League play. St. Francis 6-6 overall, 0-4 in Crossroads League play. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in today to this hard-fought Crossroads League matchup between St. Francis and Marian. Cougars losing it 4-2 to the Knights. Once again, thanks for joining us. And until next time, I'm John Honey. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, everyone, to the University of St. Francis for today's Crossroads League matchup between the Marian University Knights and your USF Cougars. St. Francis, coached by Mitch Ellison in his 16th season, comes into this game with a 6-5 overall record, 0-3 in Crossroads League play with a losing streak of 3 matches. Marian University out of Indianapolis, Indiana, head coach is Chad Harden, who is in his 5th season with the Knights. Marian comes into this matchup with a 4-5-1 overall record, 0-3 in Crossroads League with a losing streak of 3 matches. Just this past Saturday, St. Francis traveled to Bethel and lost to the Pilots. Marian traveled to Indiana Wesleyan and lost to the Wildcats 5-0. For Marian, they opened up the season on the road against St. Catherine out of Kentucky and lost 1-2. Bounced back with 2 straight victories against Brescia out of Kentucky and Purdue Calumet out of Indiana with a 4-1 decision and 1-0 decision respectively in those 2 matches. They went on to tie Trinity Christian out of Illinois at 3. Then beat Calumet 3-2, lost to OCU 1-4, and then beat Lawrence Tech 3-0 before opening up Crossroads League with a 1-0 loss at Goshen. And then they lost at home against nationally ranked Taylor University, who's receiving votes, currently in the 40th spot in the country with an 8-3 overall record, 3-0 in the Crossroads League. They took Taylor to double overtime before losing 3-2. And that brings you up to the 5-0 decision this past Saturday against Indiana Wesleyan. For your University of St. Francis Cougars, St. Francis started off with some very exciting matches, a 2-1 win in 2 overtimes over John Brown University, and then a 4-3 win against Shawnee State University. That's here at St. Francis. Cougars opening up the season 2-0, and in both of those matches, it was Mitchell Holloway getting the game winner. Exciting headers from Mitchell Holloway. The Cougars went on the road to Hastings, Nebraska, and lost to Hastings College 2-0 before bouncing back and beating Concordia University out of Nebraska 1-0. At Siena Heights, St. Francis winning it 1-0 in overtime. And then at Lawrence Tech out of Southfield, Michigan, they got the win 3-1. That's a common opponent between these two teams is Lawrence Tech, Marian getting the 3-0 decision. Cougars winning it 3-1. And then opening night of Crossroads League play, it was on Friday, September the 26th. Mount Vernon Naz came here to Bishop Darcy Stadium, and just 6 minutes into the match, the Cougars' leading scorer and the Crossroads League leading scorer, the Crossroads League Offensive Player of the Year, Jason Walcott, went down just 6 minutes into that match against Mount Vernon Nazarene University. Jason Walcott currently with 21 points on the season, 9 goals and 3 assists. He has 47 career goals at St. Francis, and that's second best to just Brian Barker, who played through the 1979-81 season. Brian had 67 goals. Last year, Walcott led St. Francis in points scored. This year, and I believe that was 39 points. This year had 21 points entering the Crossroads League play before going down with that right leg injury. So we wish Jason a healthy recovery, but he does not look like he will rejoin the team this year. Folks, we're going to send it down to the pitch. Sports Information Director Bill Scott with the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bishop Darcy Stadium for tonight's Crossroads League soccer match between the visitors, Marian University, and your University of St. Francis Cougars. If you could all rise. First of all, starting off tonight, we would like to keep the family of a Cougar soccer member of the soccer team, Nick Yokolat. This morning, his father, Sean, was killed tragically in an auto accident. So first we will have a moment of silence for Sean, his mom, Melissa, and the Yokolat family. Now let us pray. Loving Lord, we thank you for all you have given us, the gift of this day, these athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Keep us all safe today, free from harm and injury. Help us to love and respect each other and ourselves. In the words of St. Francis, enlighten the darkness of our minds and hearts. Give us a right faith, a firm hope, and a perfect charity, that we may always and in all things act according to your holy will. Amen. And now, our national anthem. Introducing first the visitors on the scoreboard, the Marian University Knights out of Indianapolis. Starting in goal tonight, For the Knights, number 1, Dalton Mudd. Starting in the back, number 4, Troy Hale. Starting at forward, number 5, Nick Henderson. Starting at forward, number 8, Sterling Steedham. Starting at forward, number 10, Ruman Arif. Starting at the back, number 12, Corbin Beal. Also at bat, number 15, Michael Pruitt. Number 18, Lars Coy. Number 22, midfielder Jose Garcia. Number 28, a back, Liam Stratton. And number 29, midfielder Francisco Botas. Head coach of the Knights, Chad Harden. Now for your University of St. Francis Cougars. Starting in goal tonight for your Cougars, number 99, Brad Buzzard. At a defender position, number 3, Neil Kalupa. Number 4, defender, Nate Berg. Number 6, defender, Sean Camp. Number 9, forward, Mitchell Holloway. Number 10, forward, Alexis Ferreira da Silva. At a defender, number 12, Josh Underwood. Number 13, midfielder, Tito Amador. Number 17, a forward, Alex Fletcher. Number 19, defender, Ben Buxton. And at number 20, midfielder, Stephen Johnson. Your head coach of the Cougars, Mitch Ellison, assisted by Paco Castillo. And here we go.
And there we have it, folks. The starting lineups for today's Crossroads League match between Marian and St. Francis. Both teams coming into this match with 0-3 conference records. Atop the Crossroads League is Indiana Wesleyan at 3-0, Taylor University at 3-0. Right behind them is Mount Vernon Naz at 2-0-1, Spring Arbor at 1-0-2, Grace College and Goshen College each with 1-1-1 records. Bethel at 1-2, and Huntington University at 0-2-1 on the season. Looking at how these teams fare in the Crossroads League teams statistics, Marian ranks number 4 in the Crossroads League in goals per game at 1.8. Indiana Wesleyan at number 1 with a 2.9 goals per game average. Assists per game, St. Francis comes in at number 5 at 1.27 assists per match. Marian at number 4 at 1.3. Marian ranks number 4 in shots per game at 15.2 shots. And both teams rank in the top 5 in saves per game. St. Francis at number 3 with 5 saves per game. Marian comes in at number 5 with 4.5 shots per game. Center of the pitch, that's number 8 for the Knights, Sterling Steedham. Steedham is second on the Knights with 12 points this year. He's got 6 goals. He's right behind Nick Henderson, number 5, who has 6 goals and 1 assist, 13 points on the season. Also down there in the center is number 18, Lars Coy, who has 7 points on the season, 2 goals and 3 assists. Ball's played back to number 29, Francisco Botas. Marian wearing the yellow unis, St. Francis with the white tops and black trunks. That's Tito Amador with possession, feeds back to Mitchell Holloway. Holloway looking into the box for Alexis De Silva. That was kicked away by the center back for the Knights, number 12, Corbin Beal. Far touchline, it's number 10, Ruben Arif. Mitchell Holloway and Steven Johnson for the Cougars applying the defense. Number 5, Nick Henderson. Henderson, who leads the Knights with 13 points on the season. Jason Walcott leads St. Francis with 21 points, and all that happened before Crossroads League play began. Headed forward by number 12 for Marian, Corbin Beal. De Silva playing it off his knee. Tito Amador. Ball's played out to the far touchline. As Alex Fletcher looks for the clear. Amador playing up in that top forward spot where Jason Walcott was used to playing. Walcott, a very physical player, has been throughout his career with St. Francis. Just suffered a collision center of the pitch on that Friday in the Crossroads League opener against NU. Just a devastating blow to the Cougar soccer program, losing Jason Walcott, who was an All-American. He was a Crossroads League Player of the Year last year and really one of the best soccer players ever to put on a Cougar soccer jersey. Big feed all the way across the pitch. Number 4, Troy Hale. Hale to number 29, that's Botas. Headed forward by Buxton. De Silva. Good feed to Neil Kalupa. Looks for the cross to Underwood. Josh Underwood picking it out of the air from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Bishop Dwenger. Great looking feed to number 6, Sean Camp. Just misses on the cross. That was Tito Amador in front of the goal. Amador, normally a midfielder, like I said, taking over that attacking position right there where you'd find Jason Walcott. Walcott always did a great job of playing the ball into space and then sprinting past his defender, usually for a one-on-one look with the goalkeeper. 50-50 ball is taken by Marian. Johnson in control, takes it back to Nate Bird, who's a captain for the Cougars. Nate Bird from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Carroll High School, just a junior, wearing the captain band on his right arm. Loose ball picked up by De Silva, dribbling up the pitch, has Amador to his right, takes the shot, a beautiful look shot from 35 yards out. That's Alex De Silva, number 10 for the University of St. Francis Cougars, getting him on the board first here, 1-0 with 41